35 minutes past the hour. The Rick and Bubba Show as we make our way back. 866 We Be Big is our number, and we welcome back to the Rick and Bubba studio legendary coach and ESPN commentator Lou Holtz. Coach?
Guys, this is great to be back again. That's all I can say. I mean, this is 3 weeks in a row now. I'm glad that Bubba back this week. It's gonna be a great day here. Brian Foods got all kinds of sausages around here. This is just getting excited.
It's that full game experience.
Yeah, and Coach, I know that we got another exciting weekend coming up, and I know that today you're going to do something a little different. You also want to run the 40 today.
Yeah, absolutely. Gonna run the 40, hoping I can beat my time of last year, which was 15.7 seconds. So gonna try to get out there and run it today. I just want to start this week off by saying I'm extremely grateful to everydayshouldbesaturday.com and SI.com for publicizing my latest segment with you guys. A special thanks to Sports Illustrated writer Stuart Mandel for sharing his segment with 20,000 plus followers on Twitter.
Well put, Coach.
Well put, Coach.
I've had, it's just crazy. I checked this morning, it's been 63,000 views on YouTube in 3.5 days, and that's just pretty cool. Before we discuss college football, though, I want to thank my sponsors, Ingram Image and Rob Ingram Photography, spectacular photographer and website designers. Just check out ingramimage.net and robingramphoto.com to see the great work they do. Now, let's see. I just want to start this week off by saying that I have been salivating at the latest developments in this week. I tell you, I want to talk about some of the stuff that's happened this week. Let's get down to business here, fellas.
Okay, all right, go ahead.
What is it, Coach? Lead it off.
First things first. Perhaps the biggest story this week in college football involves former USC Trojan and current New Orleans Saints running back Reggie Bush.
That's a big story.
Who is now the first person to have vacated with the Heisman Trophy. Now, honestly, I don't see the big deal. If a man wants to go to the beach or to the mountains with his Heisman Trophy, then so be it. I have taken multiple vacations with championship rings and Notre Dame Fighting Irish memorabilia. So I stand in saying that Reggie Bush was not in the wrong for taking that vacation with something he rightfully earned, as long as he protected his trophy from harmful UV rays with the correct SPF on his vacation. And Reggie, I will guarantee you that Kim Kardashian is to blame for this entire situation.
That's no question.
She's obviously jealous that she wasn't invited with you and John on your getaway, and then reported you to the NCAA. But Reggie, it's time to move on past Kim Kardashian and realize that the famous quote doesn't read, "There are plenty of Heismans in the sea." In fact, there's a nice ski-in, ski-out resort in Steamboat Springs, Colorado that is absolutely stunning. I think it'd be wise for you to take some time and get away with your husband. Besides, I've heard this resort is infamous for giving its guests plenty of extra benefits, just like USC.
Oh, very good, Coach.
So after that story, I want to talk about just after to get the Sonic water to make sure my list is still going here.
Did you pop off that water, Coach?
All right, now moving on to a lighter issue. Standout Florida Gator wide receiver Chris Rainey. I'm sure you guys talked about
We've
this
heard
this
about
week.
it. Yeah.
He was arrested this week for supposedly stalking his ex-girlfriend and sending inappropriate text messages to her. When I saw the headline, my heart was hurting, not only for the young lady involved in this, but also for Chris.
Yeah.
So if you're going to arrest someone, arrest me. I'm a man. I'm 40, plus 57. Now moving on to another big story this week.
Okay, another big one.
Involving the University of Alabama Crimson Tide. After last week's speech from Dr. Lou, they had not only defeated Penn State Nittany Lions, they dominated them in business-like fashion.
Right.
Clearly, they have the best team in the country at this point. And what's scary is they get their Heisman Trophy winning running back this week, Mark Ingram.
That's right. He's coming back.
And even scarier, they're saying that the shoulder surgery that he had on his knee was a success. And that his knee is recovering very well from that shoulder surgery.
Right.
Now, I've never had shoulder surgery on my knee, but I have had neck surgery on my hip, and it healed up very quickly.
Right.
So I'm sure that Mark Ingram will be 97, if not 100%, this weekend versus the Blue Devils.
Okay, all right.
Speaking of Notre Dame Fighting Irish, they showed last week why they are a national championship contender.
What?
by only losing to Michigan by 4 points. The Irish defense was dominant, holding Michigan's quarterback Denard Robinson to 502 yards of offense. I would bet all I have that Michigan State is shivering in their socks to be facing the Iron Curtain this week. I will say, before we discuss this week's games, I just want to talk about one more game, one more thing, and that is
You all right, Coach?
I just
You
got
need to pop that water
got a
again?
little choked up there. Let me tell you, I want to talk about the best coaching performance of 2010 season so far. My son Skip Holtz not only outcoached national champion coach Urban Meyer in the first quarter, but my son's team was winning at 7-0 at the end of the first quarter.
That was impressive.
What more is there to say? Expect big things out of South Florida Bulls for the remainder of the season. Their 38-14 loss to Florida was one of the most impressive losses I've ever seen. Lastly, before we go to this week's games, I want to give a little inspirational speech to the Auburn Tigers.
Oh, here it
Auburn
comes. Boy,
Tigers.
these speeches are incredible.
Yeah.
Auburn Tigers for their game against Clemson Tigers at Jordan Hare Stadium down the plains this Saturday. Guys, it's simple. You need to go out there and score one more point than the other Tigers. Way I see it, if you win by 2, you've got one too many points. So the question is, how do we end up with one more point than they do? It's easy. And there are a host of scenarios that will allow you to accomplish this goal. You can score a safety to their extra point.
Right.
You can score a field goal to their safety. You can score a touchdown with an extra point to their 2 field goals. You can score a touchdown, an extra point, and field goals to their 3 field goals. You can even score 2 touchdowns, 1 extra point, and a 2-point conversion to their 2 touchdowns, 2 extra points. But most of those situations are pretty unrealistic. I anticipate we will force 39 safeties,
Wow.
which will give us 78 points. And I believe our defense can hold them to 11 touchdowns and 11 extra points. And I'll leave you with this before we hit the field against Clemson Tigers. Remember, no one has ever drowned in their sweat, although I have come pretty close to drowning in my spit. Let's do this thing. War Eagle.
Lou Holtz, we come back, we'll break down the week's games, and Lou Holtz will run the 40. Lou Holtz will run the 40 today.
I absolutely can't wait. I'm looking to break my time of, I think I quoted earlier. I can't even remember. I have dementia or something.
Just take a drink of that water. You're fine.
You're good, Coach.
All right, we'll come
Looking
back.
forward to it, guys. It's been
Break-
so much fun.
Break down the games and the 40 next.
Rick and Bubba, Rick and Bubba.
Number 1, Alabama at Duke. That's a pretty obvious pick, but figured they'd get your predictions on Rick Bubba.
You know what? I think that you may see Duke give Alabama a little more trouble than everybody thinks early because Alabama's secondary has not really been tested yet. I think Duke and Cutcliffe can test it a little bit, but then Alabama will overwhelm them and win big by the time it's over.
So are you going to give your score on that?
I haven't given a score on any of them.
Okay.
I never know the score.
Okay.
You ain't going that far.
I like to do it just because it makes you sound like you know what you're talking about.
Right.
But, and that's not necessarily the
Absolutely.
case. Coach, I think Alabama's going to just blow this thing out. I don't think it'll ever be close. Duke will be behind by 3 touchdowns before they get a drive going. I'm going to say Alabama 56-10 in a cakewalk.
I'm going to say Alabama 313-6.
Okay. All right. Texas Tech. Is that next?
Yeah, that
that's
is
right.
correct.
Number 6, Texas at Texas
Well, this
Tech.
is a little bit of a wild card game too. I think
Texas.
too much Longhorn.
Too much Longhorn.
Yeah, I think so too. 42-28, maybe close in the first quarter, but too much Longhorn down the stretch.
I'm gonna go with Texas as well, but I say they're doing some kind. I heard some story about them doing some kind of silence or something in the stadium. It just doesn't even make any sense. Why would you want to make it silent for the other team? This doesn't make any sense. Texas is going to try to make that stadium really quiet, and Texas is just going to roll over them and be like, what was that all about? That was just stupid.
Okay, thanks, Coach. Well, coming up to the break, what's the last one here? What's the last one?
Auburn, Clemson.
Clemson at number 16, Auburn. I'm going to call this the true blue weekend. They're going to pull out the blue uniforms, blue helmets, blue face paint. Clemson's going to win. I mean, the Auburn Tigers going to. You know what, Rick? I'm going to predict the Tigers in this one. Just for you.
Good call.
Just for you.
Auburn 35-24.
Auburn wins it in a very close one.
31-17. Auburn.
Coach, thank you so much.
Thanks, Coach. Good
Coach
luck.
Lou.
Good luck in the 40.
Rick and
Yes,
Bubba,
sir.
Rick and Bubba.
Before we get started, Lou just went through an array of exercises to warm up, and he wants to discuss
look,
something.
all right.
Yeah, and let's set this up clearly for the YouTube clip. We're very fortunate to have Coach Lou Holtz with us today. Lou?
Well, I mean, look at him
Hey
out there.
guys, how's it going? I just so excited to be here. Rick Bubba Show, run 40-yard dash. It's gonna be great.
I mean, is he stretched out good, Helms, to go?
I've been stretching, doing a couple exercises. My favorite one, the 1-2 way backs. I absolutely love them.
Let me see that. Let me see that again, Lou.
Give
Let's
us
see
the
that
one-
'Cause
technique.
I may not be doing it right. Let me see 1-2 way back. All right, here you go. Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's-
Hey, Lou, right here, buddy.
Right,
Right, yeah, right.
Here, Lou.
Lou,
Yeah, right here.
Okay, Lou, let's see it. All right.
say what you
Oh,
want to.
wow.
Say what you want to. Lou is still cut.
Lou, I'm telling you, how about that 1-2 way back?
Yep.
Hey, look at here, Rick.
Oh, he's
Oh, a little
Quick feet,
footwork.
Quick feet, Dr. Lou.
that's right, a little karaoke.
Quick feet.
Oh,
Quick
well-
feet. Quick feet. Quick feet. That's it.
Oh, we're going to do a couple
Oh,
push-ups.
push-ups.
I wasn't prepared
Push
for that.
up.
Oh, look at
Oh,
the picture.
look at him.
Wow, Lou. Well,
Work it, Coach.
I'm telling you what, Coach, you. I mean, his flexibility.
It's amazing. Amazing.
All
All
right,
right, Lou.
all right. So he, Lou, that's-
Jumping jacks.
all right, Lou,
Jumping jacks.
well,
He's the whole. He's
boy,
got the whole
boy,
entourage. of
Coach,
him.
I'm telling you. Did you see the footwork?
Yeah, I love it.
All
I
right.
love it.
Now I'm ready to run 40-yard dash.
All right, let's go.
He's
Look.
nimble as that little Notre Dame mascot.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Look, here he
The
goes
little
walking.
fighting Irish.
Please look at him walking with Greg out there.
Now, this is a custom that we often have many of our guests run the 40 because here on the Rick and Bubba Show, we love to ask the question, what's your time in the 40?
That's right. Yeah.
And we will be running on a slightly modified track today due to the Bryan Foods table set up here with merchandise on it.
Let me ask you this: what category do we put him in?
Rick, let's just let him run.
Just let him. Lou Holtz has
He's
his
Coach
own.
Lou.
He has his own. His own.
Coach Lou is what?
Oh,
Look at it.
oh,
He's
boy,
down
look
in
at
a
his stance.
stance. Okay, his movement. And Helms, you can talk into the mic so we can hear you.
All right, here you go. There he goes. All right, here he comes.
Here he comes.
Oh,
Oh,
my
wait.
God.
Is that?
Comes, guys.
Well, all
Is
right.
that our? This is it.
This is
This
it.
is it.
Hey,
Him
look,
running.
look, and he-
Look at him digging.
I mean, he is coming down through that 40.
He is getting down the track quicker than Notre Dame's rising in the polls.
I mean,
And I'm gonna tell you that's fast.
look, here comes Coach. I mean, he is digging.
There, come on, Coach, straight.
Hey,
Go straight, Coach. Coach,
Coach, you're going the wrong way.
Coach, keep going.
There he goes.
There he is.
All right, here he comes. All right, here he goes. Come on, run all the way through, Coach.
Dig, Coach, dig.
Boy,
Look at him stride it
32
up.
flat.
32.
32. Way to go, Coach.
Coach, I'm telling you what.
Coach, are you happy? Coach Dr. Lou, are you happy with that time at all?
I think I had an issue with my whistle. I'm gonna remove it, and then we're gonna do it again.
Okay.
So you thought that slowed you up?
Yeah, the whistle messed you up. Coach, it's not necessary. What?
Look, if Dr. Lou wants to run,
Right,
let him run.
right.
You can't. You can.
He's
Yeah.
fully convinced, Bubba, that the whistle has traumatized his time, and he believes that he's gonna hold the record
All right.
after this. Out of everybody, by the way.
Really?
He thinks he can beat. He thinks he can beat Kevin Drake.
Now keep in mind, AP voters are not choosing this. Okay.
All right. So you mean to tell me he thinks he can take a 32 to a 4.6?
All because of the whistle.
Okay. All right.
It's possible. You never know.
On
You
your
never know.
movement.
All right, here he comes on his movement.
On his movement.
Here he comes.
Dr.
Oh,
Lou is
wow.
out. Wow, he's out of the
Look
gate.
at this.
He is out of the gate that time.
Flying.
What a difference. What a difference.
Goodness gracious, he just ran a 4.9. 4.9.
I mean, what was that? Was that whistle 12 pounds? How much that thing weigh?
Lost my hat. I think I could have run it faster, but hat fell off. No, I tell you what, my glasses were.
Coach, over here. Look around the other way.
Yeah,
There you go. Back the other way. There you go. Toward the
I was talking
camera.
to the camera. That was. I tell you, that was okay, but that was pretty slow. Pretty slow. I'm disappointed. I'm very disappointed.
I was not prepared for that.
Rick and Bubba, Rick and Bubba.